very bad at visualizing. So I could never see the lotus in time. It either came late or came too early. So what I did, I stopped visualizing. I just kept with the practice. And by the virtue of my practice, I began to see the lotuses. I didn't bother visualizing about it. I just kept going. And when I kept going, they came. I never tried to see the lotuses. I just went on. I said, God, I want no experience, nothing. I'm not disappointed, I'm not appointed, neither am I disappointed. I'm just you. And I don't care. When all these people used to come, they get, oh, I saw this, the bluebird here and the star there and the angel flying from here and my guardian angel came and all. I said, I'm not seeing any guardian angel. Then some people, after I did my intense sadhana, they told me, you were the guardian angel that came around us. That's what they told me. And they went to some healers and all, right? And that healer said, oh, that this person with the beard is your guardian angel. So I had no experience, but I was becoming a guardian angel of some other person. So this is what it does. Don't try for any experience. Just go ahead with your own job, as simple as anything. And God will depute to you whatever work you have to do. Don't go for the experience and benchmark. I know it's hard. When you don't have experience, you get tired, you get exhausted. It's a long, long way to Tipperary, okay? But you still got to keep walking. You still got to keep walking. And you got to get the rhythm of the walking. And once you get into your stride, they say in America, you get into the zone. So once you get into the zone, you reach the goal. How do we get into the zone? By constantly practicing day in and day out, day in and day out, day in and day out. And this day in and day out will have many difficulties. The damn juice will spill, the wine will spill on the table, the guests are coming, the propane is finished, this has happened, that. Let it all happen. Be shameless. God, 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 God. Live for God, love for God, die for God, live for God, be God. Everything is God, 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 God. Make it a simple agenda. What's your agenda? God. God. My factory is God, my company is God, my wife is God, my children are God, I am God, you are God. The quarrel is God, the love is God, the hate is God. It's God and 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 God. So unless you saturate yourself, the damn mind is very, very bad. Very, very bad. It's very evil. It's very bitchy. It's very bad. Oh, I'm tape record. I think that will be censored. But don't censor, the people like it. Because the mind is like that. I had no other word, but it does. And it nags you, it harasses you. You know, it smacks you down, it makes a rag doll out of you, it depresses you. But you have to train it and curb it like a wild animal gradually by persistent practice of the time-old techniques given by the masters. How do you expect all your karma? One lady came and told me, she said, I met one master and he was a tantric master and he just embraced me and I went into tantra and all my chakras opened up and I went into samadhi. I said, wow. I said, all the yogis in the Himalayas who are meditating for thousands of years are damn fools. In 1 minute, all the chakras are open and she goes, so I said, no, you can't. Gurunath, don't burst my bubble. I said, I'm not bursting your bubble. This is not a state of nirvikalpa samadhi. It's a state of common, a good, healthy physical pleasure. That's all. And you are entitled to a good, healthy physical pleasure. Thank God that you can even have that. Some people are not fortunate to have that. But it's not samadhi. We have to have a sense of proportion of what we are doing. We have to have a sense of proportion. Although you can be in samadhi, definitely. You can get to samadhi. You can get to it by Kriya Yoga, by Tantra. But you cannot get to it unless you practice the Kriya Yoga day in and day out. Because the seeds of your karma, it's given in my book Wings to Freedom, are encoded in your DNA, which lie latent in your astral body of your chakras. I've written about my practice and experimenting with how to diffuse these karmas. You read that, Yaniv? I just wrote it briefly because I'm not very verbose. I cannot write like Western authors. I thought I should elaborate on that more. Yes.
When we have experiences like seeing a vision or seeing a rainbow body or something like that, is that, I mean, like in Buddhism, they say to let these things come in and let them go. I mean, how is that a sign of like whether you are rising in consciousness and holding on? I mean, in the practice, I guess I'm thinking.
Actually, lady, my mind is too simple for your mind. This is very very sophisticated mind. I didn't understand the question. I tried hard, but I couldn't understand. Could anybody understand the question? Can translate it for me? Could you understand? Anybody?
I'll try again.
Okay, try again. She will try herself.
Yes,
which is
I'll
good.
try to be clear. Okay, I went through a period where, I had a vision. I never had any experience. Had a vision of, I assume, a guru on the mountain with the staff saying, come on up the mountain. And then, seeing, like the rainbow body and things like that. But then those type of visions kind of went away. So I'm saying, in Buddhism, they say to let these things come and let them go, not to hold on to the experience. That's what I'm saying, and I'm saying that.
Yeah, so it's good. You let them come and let them go. That's what we say. The father of Buddhism is India, where Buddha himself was not a Buddhist. Buddha was one of us, the Nath Yogis. Buddha practiced under Aradhya Kalam. So the Buddha himself said, let them come. That's our age. I think about 10,000 years before Buddhism was born, we were still doing this, coming in, letting it go. Don't hold on to it. Because this is still in the world of relativity. So what has happened to you is a true vision for what it is at your particular stage, which is a good benchmark. It's not a hallucination. It's a true vision. Okay? Now, are you doing any sort of meditation or practice, or have you taken Kriya Yoga? Were you doing what? Did you take Kriya Yoga before, the first time you're coming?
I just started Kriya Yoga. I've done Buddhism, meditation, and also other.
It's the same. There's no difference. There's no difference between Buddhism, Jainism, the Sanatan Yoga of Hinduism. They're all the same. And even if they're different, you don't know, you flow, it's like the colors of a rainbow, they complement one another. So it's good you've come here and taking, because they're all complementary. Nothing is contradictory in this world to anything else. It's all complementary. It's only our minds which are contradictory. Our minds are contradictory. Otherwise, nothing is contradictory. If approached in the proper manner. Yes.
I just wanted to.
So did I give you an answer? So let it come and let it go. Now you don't have experiences. Many people told me when they got the Jyoti Mudra, they could see the third eye. But now they don't see the third eye. I said that's good for you. Don't see it. Leave it to Him. Surrender. Surrender to God. Even if we cannot surrender to our wives or our husbands, let's at least surrender to God. That we can do. Everybody is holding on. Hurry, what are you holding on for? You're holding on because of your childhood traumas. Nothing else. Because at childhood you had a shock, so you're holding on to your own trauma. And then you bash your husband up, or he bashes you up, or something happens like that. But it's a traumatic thing. So the person you can surrender to is God. He is the great healer. He is the great healer. And that's where you must let go. That is important. Yes. So I've answered the question that you are on the right path. Do the Kriya Yoga. Don't go for experiences. Just be sincere in your practice, and I promise you that you will see yourself transforming into the likeness of your own divinity. But you don't have any karmic mirrors. The Guru is the karmic mirror. He will tell you how your aura is growing. He will tell you how you're spiritually developing. There are many people here who have been through really hard times and they've stuck on. So, good going, keep it up. You were warriors in a past life. Everybody has been through their bad patch and hard times. Nobody has had, it hunky-dory all the time. So good. Have I answered your question? Right? So, you're not to get discouraged, yes.
Shiva Shambho Namaya Shiva Shambho Namaya Shiva Goraksha Goraksha Gorakhnathaya